ABC, 2 updates in one day. Wow. Wanted to go and do an update proper. The last one I just put up was I was really excited about getting that album, the Leaf Hound. If you haven't checked out that video, just went up a couple hours before this one, so jump back one. But I haven't been out digging, just going through stuff, and I keep saying this, you know, going through stuff that's sitting around and way too much stuff piled up I haven't listened to yet. Just ordering stuff here and there off the internet, but most of this stuff's just been here waiting to be listened to, so kind of jump into it. There's a little bit of everything in here. Kind of got the metal here at the end. If you're tuning in to check out some metal, there's some here at the tail end, but show you the rest first. Right now I'm listening to this. It's not real loud, so you might not be able to hear it. It's Freddie King, 1934 to 1976. Great blues. Some RSO from like 77. Yep, 1977. Really digging that. Found this at a little record shop, and they had just a bunch of junk. They sell a lot of new stuff, and they have a little, just starting to get into the selling, you know, stuff they're taking in, used stuff. And there's just a ton of junk, to be quite honest. But this was in there, and don't know a lot about them other than, yeah, they have the one hit, Thunderclap Newman, Hollywood Dream. And this is a Japanese pressing. Only thing, it's missing the OBI. It's like, man, but it's dead mint, like perfect. The vinyl, I mean, it's just one of those look like never been played deal. So I had to grab that. And actually, kind of looking them up a little bit on eBay, the Japanese pressings are like crazy money. So it's a good score. I think I paid $5 for it. So hang on to that. Kind of sitting around for a while. Some Girls, Rolling Stones, and this is the one with the original with, you know, Lucille Ball and all that on the faces. In really nice shape. I did run into a little bit of soul not long ago at a flea market. I think it was the same weekend I bought the Nakamichi tape deck. Just picked up a handful of records, not much there. But I was checking those out. Got Lattimore, It Ain't Where You've Been, It's Where You're Going. It's cool stuff. And don't know a lot about this stuff. I just know that you know, every once in a while I dig listening to a little soul, funk, R&B, whatever you want to call it. This was pretty good. I also found Curtis Mayfield, Back to the World. Cool album. Same deal. Yeah, don't know a lot about him. I know he was in another band that I can't think of right now. You know, he's a big writer and all that. I found him through Fishbone. I was a big fan of Fishbone in the early 90s, late 80s. And they had that song, Freddy's Dead. I loved that song. And then come find out years later it was, you know, Curtis Mayfield. And damn close, almost identical version, you know, cover. Sounded just like the original. So it's like, I gotta check this guy out. It's kind of interesting. Al Wilson, Show and Tell. I was reading a little bit about this dude. Evidently the Show and Tell, the single, was like sold over 1 million copies. It was a huge hit back in the 70s. This is from 73. I'd never really heard of him. Loved the cover. So for $1 I tried it out and I liked it. Yeah, just that soul stuff. I grabbed this. I have a later pressing of this, and grabbed this because the vinyl's perfect. Cover's got a few little nicks on it and that kind of thing. But Buddy Miles, Them Changes, and that's one of my all-time favorite album covers. It's just so badass. But this is original, I believe. Dog's coming in. Grab this. Go lay down. Go. Grab this. It's beat to hell, but it has, I believe, all of the inserts for it. The Who, Live at Leeds. I've been looking for a copy with the inserts. So now basically I have the inserts, and I need a good copy of the record and the cover. I do have a copy of this, but it's later, you know, not the gatefold with everything in it. So I need to find one of the gatefolds missing all the inserts. This is kind of cool. Chubby Checker and Dee Dee Sharp. Chubby Checker is cool, you know, he is what he is. But Dee Dee Sharp is an amazing singer. So I grabbed this on Cameo Parkway, and it's an import from England. So I thought it was kind of cool. I picked that up for a little bit of nothing somewhere a while back. It's been sitting around forever. Same with this. Bo Diddley. Go Bo Diddley. This is an original pressing. The vinyl's pretty good. Sounds fine. Yeah, I cleaned it up on the VPI and everything. The cover, you know, it's seen its day. So, but that's cool with me. You know, this thing's been around forever. Who knows how many owners? And yeah, tells a story. You know, there's a name on here, Donna G. Kind of cool. This is a cool find. The Hondells go little Honda. Yeah, Surf. This thing's in fantastic shape. Original. So, I'd like to find their other album. I can't remember the name of it, but it has the dude sitting, you know, on the Honda on the front. I think it's a Honda or a Vespa or something like that. It's got a bunch of Trail 90s right here, Honda Trail 90s. Kind of cool. Alright, getting into some of the metal stuff, hard rock stuff. I grabbed this a while back too. It's got the poster and the insert, you know, the order form and all that. So, and it's in really good shape. The Peter Criss solo album. And yes, this, I know a lot of people don't like this album. Out of the four, you know, not Ace Frehley's, of course, is the best one, I think. But out of the four, I think this is the second best one. Just, and I was a Peter Criss fan, so growing up. Wasted, the good, the bad, the wasted. Pete Way's band from UFO. Very cool. Oh, and this. Big, huge shout out to George, American Music Pickers. A while back I showed a Grail I got I found on eBay. And it's a Dirty Looks EP, their very first one. And like I said, I paid too much money for it, but I grabbed it, I wanted it, I'm done. It's in fantastic shape. I get a message from George saying, hey man, I have that other one you're looking for, because when I showed the EP, I showed some of the other albums, and I showed kind of a import reissue kind of a thing of their other album, or one of their other albums. And I mentioned, I'd like to find the original. He's like, I got one if you're interested. So we worked a deal and sent it to me, and it's beautiful shape. It's Dirty Looks. The other one was on the version I have is on Axe Killer. It's a different cover kind of, but in color. But this is the original on Sticky Records. I love this band, so I think I'm pretty much done with Dirty Looks now. So thank you, George, so much. Completely happy with that album, and man, I appreciate you letting it go to me. It's found a good home, so appreciate it. Alright, next, Dio Dream Evil, and it's a promo, gold stamp. Just a good copy I picked up somewhere. And Dio Sacred Heart. Just another good, near mint copy, so I grabbed it cheap. This I've had for, it's been over a year at least, and just getting around to playing it. Heard it before, but I found this at a great deal, or a great bargain on it, so I picked it up. Brand new reissue of Venom, Welcome to Hell. And this is the 2 LP set, and it has like some demos and single releases on it. Gatefold. And I think, these things are like 30, 35 bucks or something. And I found it brand new, still sealed, for $15. I was like, yeah, I'll grab that. And there's actually one other one I haven't opened yet, so I'll show it at some point when I listen to it. Found both of them at the same time. Raven Crash Bang Wallet. This is a EP on Neat Records. Love early Raven. I love all Raven, man. They had an album out not long ago. Can't remember the name of it now. Have it on CD. Really good album, their last album. It just come out. Motorhead Rock and Roll. May have shown this before, but just getting around to listening to it. It's Motorhead, man. They're one of those bands, Motorhead, AC/DC, the Ramones, and Slayer. You know what you're getting. Pretty cool find from eBay. Just got this in a week or two ago. Scored this pretty cheap. New Wave of British Heavy Metal, Tyson Dog. And this originally come out on Neat, but this copy, and it's Beware of the Dog, is the name of the album. But this is a Canadian import, or Canadian pressing, on Bonsai, my favorite record label. It's just beautiful. Love that. And the last one, first Nazareth album. Good 70s hard rock. This album's like got some really good tracks on it, and some 60s kind of sounding, it's not a complete solid album, but it's a good album. But they still, it's first album, they didn't have their footing yet. And I was reading it, evidently their second album is almost all acoustic. I haven't heard that, but it wouldn't be long after this one they would get into that Nazareth sound. So, I'm kind of, going back, checking out some of the, Nazareth, Uriah Heep, all those bands, all the ones that I've missed somehow. I want to try and pick up and plug holes. So that's it. Quick update. That's just stuff I've been listening to over the last probably couple of weeks, and then there's some other stuff that really doesn't need to be shown. Alright. Thanks everybody. Leave comments. Thanks for subscribing and watching and the whole deal. Loving the BC, and see you on the next video. Everybody have a good one.